The Kardashian sisters are at it again. Kim and Kourtney have been feuding for quite some time now, and they're making jabs at each other over the months. Many people are speculating that their infamous feud has been reignited once again. Hi and welcome to my Soul Tribe. My name is Miriam Rose. If you like this video, please make sure to comment, like, subscribe and share. When you subscribe, please press the bell on all so that you receive all the notifications. I really appreciate your support. Just a brief mention of the giveaway. This week is the last week of the makeup giveaway. So if you want to be in the makeup giveaway, a winner will be picked at random next week. All you need to do to be in the giveaway is to be subscribed to the channel and leave a comment. Now let's get on with the video. Of all the different spats between the Kardashian-Jenner sisters we have witnessed over the years, Kim and Kourtney's infamous fight was arguably the worst. The public discord began to bubble back in 2017 when Kourtney memorably started to spend less time filming for the sisters' former reality show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, in order to spend more time with her kids after being advised by a therapist to reevaluate her priorities in life, because Kourtney felt that her kids are the most important thing in her life and the TV show could wait. And also Kourtney is one of those Kardashians that shies away from the limelight for most of the time. So Kourtney had spent years showcasing some of the most intimate parts of her life on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, including the worst of her turbulent relationship with Scott Disick. Would have made her feel very uncomfortable, I believe, because she's a very private person. Now, Kourtney even gave birth to Mason, their first son, on air. After stepping away from the cameras, Kourtney found herself clashing with her sisters, Kim in particular, who claimed she was far more committed to working than Kourtney and the others. And Kim is a very hard worker, and many people would agree that she works the hardest for the Kardashian-Jenner clan. Kourtney was particularly upset when Kim dismissed the fact that sickness and anxiety attacks can hinder one's ability to work, and said she'd still push through and get her tasks done no matter how sick she was. And that's being Kim. Kim always pushes through, but not everyone is as strong as her, and Kourtney obviously wasn't able to handle mental fatigue and distress, and her mental health declined, and this was quite apparent in many Kardashian series. You have the narrative in your mind, I will literally F you up if you mention it again. Literally change the narrative in your mind. I'll work my effing ass off, Kourtney said to Kim. I don't want to hear this narrative anymore about this work ethic, she went on in confessional. It's as if she is better than everyone because she works more. It's such BS. We don't all have to do things the same way. And Kourtney is right, as I said before. Kim pushes through and she doesn't let anything or anyone stand in her way of fame and acclaim, but not everyone can cope with the amount of pressure that the Kardashian and the Jenner girls are under all of the time, and Kourtney is a perfect example of it. Kourtney ended up yelling at Kim, if I don't want to work my ass off and I did want to be a stay-home mom, that's fine. You literal swear words. I'm not gonna go into it, but she swore at her sister. And things came to blow when Kourtney then threw her water bottle at Kim and lunged at her, resulting in a very messy physical fight between the pair. By the end of it, Kourtney sobbed as she described filming for Keeping Up with the Kardashians with her sisters as torture. It was all just getting too much for her, and Kim putting so much pressure on her wasn't helping Kourtney Kourtney's mental health and she caved under stress. When the episode aired, Kourtney admitted that the fight was hard to watch because the sisters had since grown and changed, and it seemed as though the tensions between them had been resolved. Fast forward to today, and Kourtney is undeniably happier and living her best life. She is married to Travis Barker, focused on her kids, and has admitted that keeping up with the Kardashians was a toxic environment for her. This week, as the season 2 finale of the sisters' newer Hulu series, The Kardashians, aired, fans couldn't help but notice a couple of shady remarks Kim made about Kourtney. So here we go again, the feud is reigniting all over again between Kim and Kourtney. Because Kim is very public and Kourtney is, she likes to shy away from the spotlight. So obviously their personalities are different and they do clash. Kim, who was about to brave the runway at Paris Fashion Week, the week's Balenciaga show, was advised to walk comfortably as if she was at home. And in response, she decided to drag Kourtney for no apparent reason. Home with Kendall, not at home like Kourtney, she laughed, insinuating that Kourtney is an awful example of a model. Earlier in the episode, Kim had also mocked Kourtney as she hunched her back and slouched while imitating her. Once again, the random shade seemingly came out of nowhere, and viewers at home were pretty confused by the uncalled for jibes while watching. Well, once again, Kim is always prim and proper. She is always perfectly well presented. She never goes out in public not being 100% looking perfect in every way, whereas Kourtney is more relaxed, and I think, in my opinion, Kourtney is more natural. She is more relatable, I would say. There was really no reason for Kim to make this jab at Kourtney out of nowhere. Her joke didn't even make sense, one person wrote. She was feeling insecure about her walk, so she needed to make someone else look bad, and her scapegoat is always Kourtney. You know, the sister who is actually living her best life right now. Grow up, Kim, another suggested. Fans went on to point out that Kim and Kourtney have seemingly had such a problem with each other lately, and a closer look back at the past few months confirms that this is very apparent. And it's very unfortunate. Just because they don't see eye to eye doesn't mean that Kim always has to make Kourtney feel uncomfortable about just being herself, just being who she is. And right now, you know, she's married, she's happily in love, and is living her best life. So why is Kim having problems with Kourtney? Just because she doesn't want to be this prim and perfect woman all of the time. As we know, Kourtney, like the majority of the internet, has taken issue with Kim's attitude towards work. Well, back in September, fans raised eyebrows as they noticed that Kim had seemingly shaded her sister when a troll claimed Kim has always been the hardest worker of the two. And that may very well be true, as I said before, but so what? Everyone is different and everyone needs to be treated as a unique individual and respected for who they truly are. Because at the end of the day, Kourtney is living her life and her best life, and she's had it tough for quite some time. So good for her for having a nice time at the moment and going through a happy period in her life. Working will never be my top priority. My kids and husband will always be, Kourtney said. And I am not apologizing for being myself. Reddit users immediately agreed that the wording of Kourtney's comment seemed a little loaded. The way she worded this sort of shades Kim, one person wrote. I thought that too, another agreed. Months later, Kourtney appeared to drag Kim again during an episode of The Kardashians, this time over her excessive preparation for the 2022 Met Gala when she wore the famous Marilyn Monroe dress. Kim, as you might recall, went on a rigorous diet and exercise regime before the event in order to ensure she fit into the Marilyn Monroe's iconic Happy Birthday Mr. President dress. This involved 3 weeks of intense workouts and a very restricted food plan. Kourtney, on the other hand, ventured out to Italy ahead of the big day and didn't restrict her diet at all. Discussing the subject on the reality show, Kourtney said of herself and Travis, "We've been eating pasta and drinking cappuccinos. I think it's the opposite of anyone's mad prep." That was the big dig at Kim, her sister. And there's a bit of sibling rivalry going on, that's for sure. Meanwhile, viewers also noticed that Kourtney was absent from Kim's huge moment at Milan Fashion Week, during which she unveiled her collaboration with Dolce & Gabbana. As one TikToker pointed out, this was especially weird given that Kourtney's entire wedding was with Dolce & Gabbana. So there's a feud brewing between the sisters, that's for sure. Fans have since started to speculate the reasoning behind Kim and Kourtney's apparent feud, suggesting that they're clashing over the different positions and attitudes in life, namely over body image and work ethic. So that's the story. Unfortunately, Kim and Kourtney are feuding again, and I'm sure there will be a follow-up sequel to this. And it is unfortunate when siblings are feuding over things like work ethic and body image. I mean, Kourtney Kardashian is slender and always has been, and she's just not into strict dieting and living a very restrictive lifestyle, and that's her prerogative. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And just a reminder, if you like to expand your consciousness, if you enjoy guided meditation, spirituality, the space, UFOs, and so much more, please visit my other channel called Miriam Rose 2, and I would love for you to subscribe. With cosmic kisses and absolute gratitude, till next time, bye for now.